Hey everyone. So, welcome to tonight's energy clearing. It's gonna be on the topic of grief because I wanted to just offer this energy clearing on this topic because I really felt inspired to do it. Mostly because I know so many people are living with grief, and also as well as that, so many people are of the idea or of the belief that you can't really get over grief. Like you just grieve and it doesn't get better. Like you just kind of, I guess, get stronger. But that's not true. You can be free from grief. You don't have to carry it. So we're gonna actually kind of start clearing that kind of in this topic. So if you are watching now or you're gonna watch on the replay, let me know what your thoughts, not your thoughts, but what comes up for you around this. Like if you're suffering with grief what's kind of going on for you around this. You don't have to if you don't want to. But obviously it's beneficial, especially if you're live, because then I can support you. And also if you're watching on the replay, just let me know, just leave a comment. You can say replay, hashtag replay, whatever you want. Just let me know. But okay, so firstly, what I'm going to use is the Theta healing technique to do the energy clearing, or to bring in like the healings and clearance for this particular topic. Okay, so just very quickly, in order to receive the healings from this, like on this live, all you have to do is listen to what I'm offering and simply just say yes if you want to receive it. And then as long as you give permission, you'll receive it. You'll receive the clearing, you'll receive the downloads, and you'll release whatever we're releasing. It's that simple, even if you're watching on the replay. So yeah, it's super super beneficial regardless. Okay, so firstly, the first thing I want to cover in this clearing is basically this idea that you don't really get over grief. It's just something that you learn to manage. It's not possible. It's not possible to be without it. This is the idea that I generally see a lot of people, especially when people are suffering from grief and they're dealing with it. This can be the general idea that they have. Okay. But what I want everyone to know is that it's not true. You don't have to carry the grief. You don't have to grieve and be in pain and heartbreak for forever and ever. You can actually ease it up, and you can also completely be free from it. So first of all, we're gonna just clear, release, and let go of this idea. So this is a belief that people may carry or may resonate with, that you can't let go of grief, you can't get over grief, it's not possible. So can we just clear, release, and let go of this idea, firstly, and just teach you all what it feels like to recognize and know that it's possible? Can we bring in the belief that it is possible to actually release it, to let go of it and be free from it? So if you would like that, just simply say yes. Okay. Okay, and something else that's really important on this topic is how do I explain this, right? So it's like we can come to like an idea or a conclusion that if we're not grieving, let's just say you're grieving for someone that has passed away or passed on, and you've been grieving a really long time, but when you think about the idea of not being with the grief, it brings up stuff for you. Like you might feel like not uncomfortable, but there might be a bit of resistance to actually being free from the grief, because you might come to a conclusion that, oh well, if I don't have the grief, if I'm not grieving, then it means this, or it means this. For example, a lot of people, like when I've worked with clients before on this topic, in the past, a lot of the time, what's very common with people is they'll say things like, oh, if I didn't have the grief, if I wasn't grieving or feeling this pain, it would mean that I didn't care, or it would mean that I stopped caring, or it would mean that I didn't love them, you know, or it would mean that I'm a bad person because I'm not grieving, because I'm not sad. Okay, and it's for reasons like this that people will actually keep the grief. It's like a program. It's like a subconscious program that has been kind of downloaded to us. Is that this is what it means? If I'm grieving, if I'm carrying the grief, then it means that I care. It means that I loved the person. It means that I'm remembering them. You know. But they're just beliefs, okay? They're not actually true. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to use the Theta Healing technique, and I'm going to bring in some energetic downloads so that you can actually know that it's possible to live without the grief, okay? But without that idea, without feeling like, without feeling like you're a bad person, or without feeling like it's wrong almost. So, for example, let's just start bringing in some downloads, okay? So, if we teach you all what it feels like and show you that it's possible, okay, to remember someone and to still love somebody, okay, and to still have all that love for them and to remember them, but without needing the grief in order to do that, without having to have the grief in order to remember them or in order to still love them. Can we teach you all what that feels like, okay? Because if you know what that feels like, then you'll be able to just release some of the grief, because you're not associating the grief with, like, you loving that person or remembering them, okay? So let's show you all through Divine Source Energy how to remember, okay, anyone that you're grieving for, okay? How to remember them and how to still carry the love for them, okay? But without needing to grieve, without needing to feel all the sadness and all the pain. Can we show you that that's possible, and you know what that feels like? Yes? Okay, that feels really good. And also, let's just release this idea, because this is a belief, as I discussed before. It's just a belief that we create, that if I don't have the grief, if I'm not sad constantly, then it means I don't care, or it means that I'm a bad person. So can we release that idea and show you all that you can still, let's show you all that you can still care deeply about whoever it is that you're grieving about. You can still care for them, okay? And let's show you all that you can still be the nice person that you are, okay? But without needing the grief, without needing to feel all the sadness and all the pain. And and let's release that idea as well, that it would mean that you forget them, okay? Because that's another thing. It's like, oh well, if I don't grieve for them anymore, then I'll probably forget them. You could never forget them. So let's just release that idea, okay? And show you that you can always honor and remember your loved ones that have passed on, whoever you're grieving for, and show you that you can live your life without forgetting them, always remembering them, always honoring them, but without needing to feel the grief, without needing to carry the grief. So can we show you all how to do that, what that feels like, and that it's possible, yes? And can we download you all with permission? Can we download you all with the truth that you're allowed to actually let go of the grief? Yes, you're allowed to be free from it. And can we download you all with permission to actually feel happy again? And let's show you that you can be happy, okay? You can feel happier, okay? Without you can feel happy. You can feel happy when thinking of them or remembering them. You can have happy feelings. Thinking of all the good times and all the love that you had. So can we teach you what that feels like and show you that that's possible and show you how to have that experience, okay? And I feel like for some of you that are watching this, it's there's a bit of a message coming through. It's it's time to actually let go of the grief. So can we bring in that awareness for you all that it's time and that you're all ready to just be without it, and that it's possible and that it's safe to live without it, okay? Okay, and then let's just bring in a healing now let's just bring in a healing to your heart area, your heart chakra, just to heal any kind of pain or sadness or anywhere it feels like it's broken. Let's just bring in a healing for that, for whoever wishes to receive it, and it will be very specific to you and what you need, okay? And let's just teach you all what it feels like now to live without grief, that it's possible, you're allowed, and it's safe to, and that you can, okay? Okay, that feels really good. Okay, so that kind of sums up what I wanted to talk about. I mean, that will help you a lot release feelings of grief, but then also you may need to go a little bit deeper and maybe just clear some of the energy associated with maybe when your loved ones passed on, whatever happened that caused you to grieve, you could have work to do around that topic. But this will help you release grief quite easily and very fast. Right now, if you've been if you've been holding on to it for a long time or whatever, if you're just dealing with it, just know that you don't have to carry it forever. You can be free from it. Okay, so that is that. I really wanted to come on and do that live around that specific topic. I feel like there's somebody out there right now that needs to see this and needs to feel the relief from this, okay? So wherever you're watching this, if you're watching it here in the Facebook group, or if you're watching it actually on Instagram, on the replay, or on YouTube, and you feel that this is a benefit to someone in your life, please share it with them, because it will benefit them a lot, okay? And that's it. Thank you for watching and sharing if you are, and have a great evening.